And you couldn't help it. You were just a child to begin with. And honestly, this video might not stay up for long. The information you're about to learn is something they have spent generations keeping hidden. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you understand how it works, you can finally break free. Some of what I'm about to share might sound impossible at first, but stick with me, because I'll show you the scientific evidence behind every claim. You'll see exactly how this system works, why it was created, and most importantly, how to reclaim control of your own mind. Think of this as your red pill moment, a chance to see behind the curtain of your own consciousness. But remember,
I made over 6 figures trading without even looking at the charts, without spending hours glued to the screen.
knowledge this powerful comes with a choice. You can close this video now and go back to living in their programmed reality. Or you can stay with me for the next few minutes and discover just how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Check it out.
See, the subconscious controls 95% of your thoughts and decisions. It doesn't question, doesn't analyze. It just absorbs like a sponge. It's the part of your brain that keeps you scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m., buying things you don't need, and believing ideas you've never questioned. And here's the chilling part. The governments, corporations, media, know this, and they've mastered the art of controlling it. And it's not just your big decisions, where you work, what you vote for, who you trust. It's in the micro moments, the notifications you check, the headlines you skim, the ads you glance at for half a second. These tiny fragments of control accumulate day by day like drops of water carving stone, until you're living someone else's vision of reality. But this isn't just influence, it's domination. Every time they steal a sliver of your valuable attention, they're rewriting the blueprint of who you are. You didn't choose this. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. You don't have to live this way anymore. Today you'll learn the tools to take back control, to see the strings, to wake up from their illusion. This is more than a wake-up call. It's your first step toward reclaiming your reality. Think back to your earliest memories. Before you could tie your shoes, before you could write your name, your mind was already being coded. But it wasn't just random programming. It was a script passed down through generations, designed to keep you in a spiritual and mental prison. Think about this. Why do they say children are like sponges? It's not just about learning. Between ages 0 and 7, your brain operates in theta wave dominance, the same state that makes it possible for hypnotists to rewrite memories or make people believe they're living in an entirely different time and place. It's a state where your subconscious doesn't just listen, it obeys. You weren't just learning, you were being programmed. Every fairy tale you heard, every cartoon you watched, every lullaby you sang, they weren't just stories, they were programming sequences. Stay within the lines. Don't question authority. Fear the unknown? These weren't just lessons, they were chains, wrapping around your subconscious mind, layer by layer. But here's where it gets darker. Those phrases weren't innocent. They were echoes of a larger system designed to keep you compliant. Governments, corporations, and the media knew that if they could control the way your parents thought, they could control you too, without ever meeting you. Think about it. Why do advertisements target children with sugary cereals and toys? It's not because kids have purchasing power, it's because their minds are the most impressionable. If they hook you young, you'll crave the products and ideals they sell for life. And it wasn't just ads. Think about it. How many times were you told, be realistic? Translated, stay small, don't aim too high, or don't talk back. Meaning obey authority even when it feels wrong. Just like follow the rules, meaning to conform, even if it kills your creativity. These aren't just family sayings. They're the building blocks of a system that thrives on obedience. Consider this. Research shows that by age 7, Your core beliefs about money, success, and self-worth are already set. 7 years old. By then, the groundwork of your reality, the limits you think are unchangeable, was already laid down. Here's an even darker thought. Have you ever wondered why fairy tales teach fear and submission? Witches in forests, danger beyond the village, rewards for good behavior. They weren't just stories, they were early blueprints, hinting you to stay where it's safe, to trust the authority figure, and don't stray too far. The more you think about it, the more you'll realize that your childhood wasn't just learning, it was conditioning. And this conditioning doesn't fade. Your subconscious mind clings to these ideas like gospel. It's why as an adult you might find yourself hesitating to take risks, doubting your worth, or chasing goals that don't even feel like yours. It's why you feel stuck in a life that feels more like a script than a choice. But here's the truth. This isn't your fault. It never was. Your subconscious doesn't question. It simply absorbs. And from the moment you were born, it was flooded with rules, fears, and limits designed to keep you in line.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You see how we coming. You see how we coming. Peace and love to all the Moors, the Muslims, the Asiatics, all y'all out there worldwide, man. West Coast, East Coast, down south, up north, overseas. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. You know Chicago up in here. You already know Southside Wild Hunters in here. You already know East Side in here, out west in here. You already know up north in here, man. So you seeing how we coming. Pretty much from the age of we're inside of our mamas to 7 years old, our minds are just so open that if it's not balanced and maintained with real erudition, real knowledge, wisdom, and understanding given down from the parents, the mother and the father, if it's not given down to that child is going to be programmed out here. Just it's already. I'm gonna give you an example, right? How many people out here? Shout out to ATL. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. How many people out here got pre-programmed positions on what they think, what they say they believe in, what everything? How many people out there do you really know who you are, where you come from, what's your nationality, what is the law, what is the history? Do you really know? Or do you have preconceived programming inside your mind? If somebody was to ask you, how do you identify? 90 to 95% of the people, they're going to go by a programmed answer. If they really got a second to step back and just think like, why do I identify as that? Why do I think this is normal? Like chaos is normal. They ever thought about that? How many people just having preconceived programmed responses? You say something to them, they already got a programmed response on how they gonna answer. See, look, this is what critical thinking come in at. Critical thinking comes in just like this from this book. All right, check it out. Says, what is critical thinking? Define target. Critical thinking, the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. We talking about critical thinking. Now, how many people are afraid of this word right here? You can't judge me. Only God could judge me. They love saying that shit, right? Only God can judge me. Well, we talking about critical thinking. The key part of that definition is in order to form a judgment, critical thinking comes before the judgment. Bing fucking bong. So when somebody says something like, you're not supposed to judge, only God can judge, they're in violation of law. Because if you're using basic God-given critical thinking, you're supposed to judge. But you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to critically think before you judge. That's the key. That's the key. You don't just supposed to judge. And even if somebody did come out there and was like, well, I go by the Bible and I go by the Quran, and it tells us that you're not supposed to judge. That's not what the scriptures say. The scripture says you supposed to not judge just based off appearance, but we are supposed to judge righteously. See that? Righteously. That's critical thinking. That ain't just judging somebody off the cover, but you judge them by how they talk, how they move, what their principles are. Do they have principles? Do they treat people like they want to be treated? See, this is the time while the whole world in chaos right now. These are the things we need to start diving back into to refreshing ourselves. Yes, John chapter 7, verse 24. This is what we need to start doing. Diving back into ourselves. Learning how to improve our thinking. Learning how to improve our problem solving. Learning how to think smarter, leveling up our intuition, reaching our full potential, using both sides of our minds. How you dress is how somebody gonna treat you. So if you got a chick, like say this right, it's wild because people love saying you can't judge me. That's not using any kind of critical thinking though. Everybody out here judges. Everybody judges. But critical thinking comes before the judgment. I'm going based off your appearance. I'm going based off what your conversation is. I'm going based off your energy, frequency, and vibration. I'm going off what you stand for as a person, as a being. What you stand for. And again, how many people out here, they got premeditated, pre-programmed answers and responses to things that you look at them and you ask them, how do you identify? Right? They'll tell you they black. And a pale-skinned European will tell you that they white. They don't do this nowhere else in the world except in North America. Have y'all noticed that? So this the age of Aquarius right now. Everything is being revealed right now. Everything. But they throwing distractions after distractions. Keep you looking up at the drones up there flying all around. Keep you thinking about the scandal in Hollywood. Keep you thinking about the scandal with the presidency. It's always a distraction. It's a lone gunman. It's always you notice that? It's always a lone gunman. They ain't never got no team. Nobody. It's just a lone gunman. It's just distractions. Now they gonna throw out crypto, Bitcoin. They gonna start reinventing this whole nonsense narrative, disinformation and misinformation. You know what's amazing? There are 3 phases of life. 3 of them. Look at this. Let's take it right here. Let's take it right here. Hold up, turn me up. Let's take it right here. Let's take it right here. Yeah, we pulling the covers off all secret organizations. We pulling the covers off all that. Just like the Prophet Noble Drali, what he said when he was coming back here. This is what he said. See this right here? See this? The true 3 degrees were known and used by Africans, Moors, over 10,000 years ago. How do we know they Moors? That's a great question. How do we know that these so-called Africans were Moors? I'm going to show y'all this. Let's do it in real time. Let's do it in real time. Check it out. Let's do it in real time. Look at this. Let's do it in real time real quick. Watch this. Watch this. Now, this ain't a magic trick or none of that. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Now, you seen that, right? It said Africans. Now, we go right here. See the Prophet Noble Drali uplifting the woman out of the cares of the world because she drowning in the cares of the world, worried about her BBL, worried about her makeup, worried about can a dude financially provide for me, worried about everything but principles, character, integrity, dignity. Worried about his height versus characteristics, positive character. You worried about how tall he is. See how crazy this is in this world? That's why we supposed to be in the world, but not of this world. Ludicrous, right? So look at this. Quran questions for Moorish Americans. 101s and 102s. Look at this right here. Let me show you something. Let me just show you something real quick. How do we know that the so-called Africans have been here over 10,000 years? You scroll down, you go to number 21. How old is our flag? First of all, what kind of flag is the Moorish flag? It is a red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. Like the one right here. That one right there. That's the Moorish flag. All right. And you say, what do the 5 points represent? Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. What does that say right there? How old is our flag? It is over 10,000 years old. Oh, okay. So Noble Drew Ali knew what he was talking about. Right. So let's keep going. Hold up now. Let's go right here. See that? Over 10,000 years ago, it say they built civilizations according to this science. All life comes in growths in 3 degrees. For example, we talking about GDs. Hold up. Where you at? You talking about BDs, you talking about GDs. You dealing with growth. See that? Now, especially for the GDs, the literature stand for growth and development. But see, these the BDs though. Even the BDs, they still dealing with law. Look, you might say, man, I don't know nothing about Chicago. I just heard stories. I watch YouTube. I just watch what they doing on YouTube. Nah, you got to go to the literature. You see this? The 6 points of the star and the meaning, just for the BDs though. But see, the GDs, keep in mind, the GDs are growth and development, right? Now, you talking about the BDs, you go to the literature and you see love is the first principle for the BDs. See that? True blue love. You see that right there? Love is the first principle for the BDs. See that? Same with the GDs. The same principles. Then if you went to the Black Peastone Nation, hold up. Then if you came over here real quick, hold up. If you came over here real quick, where you at? If you came right here, look at this right here. Hold up, where is this at? There it is. If you come right here to the almighty Black Peastone Nation, then you come right here. And you look at their literature. What is their literature? You see this? Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, bing bong, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Okay, this the Black Peastone Nation, right? Chief Malik. Larry Hoover brought the GDs in. Then King David, he came with this, and Shorty Freeman, they came with this right here, BDs. They still under the 6, just like the GDs, right? All right. The Vice Lords, the Latin Kings, they still dealing with the 5. You see? But the major key right here is love and principles, right? Now look. You see what the BDs on? Love, life, loyalty, unity, knowledge, and understanding. See, we talking about the BDs, and we talking about the GDs, we talking about the Vice Lords, the Latin Kings, the Black Peastone Nation. You see what they got in common? Love is their first principle, right? All right. You got that, right? Okay. Now look at this. These are the 3 degrees of growth. Manifest 3 degrees of scientific constitution controlled by, all right? You got water, gas, liquid, solid. Temperature is the controller. Speed, you got fast, slow, and stop. What's the controller? Acceleration. Man's body. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it now. Man and women. What happened when we 3 phases, 3 degrees of scientific constitution? First, we're infants, then we're adolescents, and then we're adults. See that? Growth. That's what we're talking about. Growth and development. Then you got salvation. Look at the 3 degrees of scientific constitution for salvation. You got belief, you have faith, and then you have fruition. Fruition is you ignite all 3 of these and you know. That's the 3 degrees of salvation. You're a believer because you're an infant. You have faith because you're an adolescent. You go have fruition because you're an adult that uses critical thinking. You're using critical thinking. You see? We got to get back to this. Then you have the man or the woman. Spirit, soul, and body. Controlled by thought. What are you out there thinking like? Do you control your thoughts or do your subconscious thoughts control you? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because it's our self-law and master. That's what it truly is. What it truly is this right here. This is what it truly is. This is what it truly is when you reach that level. And all of us can reach these levels because we're dealing with I, self, law, am, master. This is the intergalactic scientific law and manifestation. These are the 5 principles of Islam. We're not talking about Islam, the religion. We're not speaking about that. We're speaking about the scientific law and manifestation. This is the true law. So when you see this law, this is the law of yourself and the universe. That's why we got to go in. We got to go inside. Everything ain't on the outside. The outside world ain't your salvation. The inside world is your salvation. That's why the media, that's why it's stuff like the media, it's stuff like propaganda, misinformation. They want us to go outside ourselves instead of going inside. They push us through media manipulation. Hey, look at this. Look at that. You ain't on shit if you ain't got this. Materials. You really ain't doing nothing unless you got this. Materials. Spiritual richness, spiritual wealth has nothing to do with material. Nothing. Nothing at all. So let's go right here. Let's go right here. Government. Citizen, family, nation. What controls that? The Constitution. What controls that? The Constitution. How many out there own the Constitution? How many out there realize that this Constitution, contrary to popular belief, was not written by pale-skinned Europeans? This wasn't written by them. See, once you start digging back in and you start controlling your thoughts, you start controlling your consciousness, you start to see that the veil that has been pulled over our eyes is being burnt up right now. We snatching off the veils right now. It ain't finna be no more veils no more. Islam. It's not finna be no more veils covering your eyes and you didn't see it. Nah, the information is everywhere. All right? It's everywhere. Grab a Constitution. The Constitution costs like $5. A little $5 holler. How many people out here that got that? And if you don't have that, it's cool. Just snatch one up. How much I paid for this? I think, where is it at? $16.99. So about $17 and some change. You can snatch this up right here. Ether. So if you ain't got it, it's cool. Just pick one up. They got some cheaper than that. They got some, fam, look. They got this right here. They got this right here. $3.95. Cheaper than a tray file right here. You can snatch this up right here. Fascinating facts about it. U.S. Constitution. This was created by Moorish Americans. This wasn't created by pale-skinned Europeans. This is your documentation. This is our documentation. This right here goes together with this right here. You might be like, how the hell does this right here link up with this right here? Because the people that created this document right here, they dealt with I, self, law, and master. They dealt with the science called isonomy. This is what they dealt with. They didn't deal with how they felt. They didn't deal with what they believed in. They dealt with the common law. They dealt with universal law. This is what they dealt with. They dealt with science. This is what the people that created this document right here, this is what they dealt with. They didn't argue about how they felt. They argued about natural law, universal law. Is it lined up with law? That's all they cared about. They ain't cared about this. So are you looking at this? Or are you over here arguing about this right here? Red Hot Chili Pepper says space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Red Hot Chili Peppers was trying to tell people. Yeah. They was trying to tell people. Look at this. So you looking at this right here, going to yourself, studying intergalactic scientific law and manifestation. Are you studying this? Or are you too caught up in TV? Hollywood. We already know Hollywood bogus. We know that already. What's next? Going inside yourself. They talking about Apollo 11. Man, stop it. How did they take a photo? How did they take it? If he was the first man on the moon, who was standing on the moon taking a picture? Where? And how does the dude taking the picture have a shadow and they on the moon? How? How does the person how did the person get on the moon before dude got on the moon? And what kind of camera did they have? Yo, what kind of camera did they take in space and take this picture? And how you got a shadow man up there? How does it happen? Shadows don't lie. NASA does. How does it happen? How do they got shadows on the moon, G? How does that happen? Are you caught up in this? Or you looking at this? Which one are you doing? They want us to be caught up in this. They want us to be looking up, talking about it's an alien invasion. The aliens are coming. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the aliens are coming. Yeah. They talking about they been to space, but you got a dude that he took a photo, but he got a shadow on there. How did he get there? Once you start going into your thoughts and you start using that God-given critical thinking, you use critical thinking before the judgment. See? Comes before the judgment. What's missing out here in the world right now? You know what's missing? It's a whole lot of this missing on the planet right now, especially in North America. It's a whole lot of critical thinking that ain't being used right now. People just going by how whatever it makes me feel like. I feel like it's right. I don't know if it's right or not. Shit, I don't know. But it feel like it could be right. So I'm going to go with how I feel. Are you going to go with how you feel, or are you going to go by what it is or what it ain't? That part. Are you going by what it is, or you believe that's what it is or what it ain't? See that? That's the difference between somebody that know and somebody that don't know. So check this out right here. Pick up this book, Word Magic. Fire. Check this out. Check this out right here. Check this out right here. We on page 81 if you got this book. It say, most people do not know how magic works because they lack knowledge to understand sigils, energy mechanics, sacred sound, and sacred geometry. Check it out. Because of this, they have no idea what they are doing when they yell harsh words at one another, using swear words or curse words. As a verb, the curse word means to wish for something evil or unpleasant to happen to someone or something, as by asking a magical power. As a noun, it means something evil, unpleasant that happens to someone or something. Or as if, see that? You see that? In other words, curse words can be used to cast dark magic spells. See? Now watch this. This is where it get crazy. It say they do not call them curse words for no reason. Why do you think that most parents tell their children to stop cursing when they swear too much? Most parents tell their children to stop cursing because they intuitively know that it can cause harm to other people. When you shout curse words at people, you actually cast dark magic spells on them. It is important to be aware that the law of attraction, which is always working and does not judge between good and evil, will reflect certain aspects of those dark magic spells back unto you. So when you say curse words, when you say negative words at people, you're actually bringing those spells back to yourself. You might be like, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. But don't forget, we're not dealing with beliefs. We're dealing with intergalactic scientific law and manifestation. We're dealing with universal law, natural law. We're not dealing with emotions right now. So if you used to that kind of conversation, you just might need to X out right now. If you used to just dealing as an emotional person and you going by how you feel and what you believe in, you might as well just X out this beam out right now. Because this ain't for that. This ain't for that at all. Check it out. So, speaking of words, let's look at this. Check it out.
I grew up hearing them call it Bojo, you know. Now, Bojo is a maroon word. A maroon? Maroon. No, maroon are some of the indigenous warriors on my island. We fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, we're called Blackamoors, but my generation originated from Nigeria. Warriors on my island. We fought the British relentlessly.
Listen.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, we're called Blackamoors, but my generation originated.
He said we call Blackamoors, right? Now he talking about words right now, right? Identity. Now, let me show you this right here. Now, you said how you said Moor. He said those are the Moors. Now, watch this blow your mind. We're going to do it in real time with you on here. Why not? Let's just do it while y'all on here. Look at this. Hold up. Let's do it while y'all on here. All right. You see this? Simple Google search. Watch this. Now, you see the word Moor, right? You heard him say Moor, right? Now, watch this. What's missing out here on this planet? Critical thinking, not going by what we believe in. We're going to go by the facts and the truth. All right. This is why it's so important to go to a dictionary and study words and what they mean. Look, what does love mean in Spanish? See that? See that right there? Amar. Look at it.
In Spanish,
Amar.
you would
See that? See that?
Amar.
Love in Spanish is amar, right? Now watch this right here. I'm going to show y'all something. How crazy it is when you look at language. How do you say love in Italian? See that? It's right here. It's right in
in
front.
Italian, you would say
Amore.
Amore. See that? Now, if we just using basic God-given critical thinking, we ain't doing nothing too crazy. We just using critical thinking because critical thinking comes before the judgment, right? We're judging, but we're judging righteously. All right. Now, you see that, right? He said what? What he said he was? He said he was a blackamoor, right? Look.
Amore.
Hold up. Turn me up. See what it said?
Amore.
Okay.
love.
Love is
Amore.
amore, right? Now, go back here. Listen again.
From Warriors on my island, we fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, they're called blackamoors, but my generation.
He said they called blackamoors. And Noriega in the background talking about those are the Moors. Okay, you know why they don't want our people tuning in to that Moorish identity? Because what comes with that Moorish identity is knowledge of self. What comes with that Moorish identity is love. That's what they don't want out here on this planet. They want chaos, murder, everything out of order. That's what they want on this planet. Who is the they? The bankers, the cartels, the big corporations. That's what they want. The dark side of Illuminati. That's what they want. Because they got a whole war machine that make trillions of dollars off people's ignorance. So when you hear something like this,
Originated warriors on my island, we fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, they're called blackamoors, but my generation.
see that? He called blackamoors, right? Now you just saying this right here, right? Look, real time. How do you say love in Italian?
Amore.
Amore. See that? It's so simple. It's right there.
Amore.
Now, a few 100 years ago, you wouldn't catch nobody out here saying they was black. You wouldn't catch that. You wouldn't catch nobody out here saying that they was white. You wouldn't catch none of that. Or yellow or orange or none of that. So what is it about the word more that got people so afraid? One of the reasons is the pale-skinned Europeans, they looking at it like two ways. They looking at it like if these Moorish people who think that they're African Americans and everything else under the sun, people of color, if we tell them who they really are they gonna turn on us and do to us what we did to them? You see, I'm talking about the pale-skinned Europeans. They looking at it two ways. Then you have other pale-skinned Europeans who are looking at it like the more that we tell these people that they're Moors, the more that the planet will get back in tune with an energy, frequency, and vibration of love and healing. You see that? Nah, we're gonna take it higher now. We're gonna take it a little higher now. Check it out. All right, talking about this right here. Word magic. I appreciate y'all tuning in. So look, in other words, there are consequences for saying curse words. This is why you should be careful of the words you use when you yell at people. Are you starting to see how the language system and words are strongly related to magic and energy? See this? See, look at this. See? The purpose of this is to prevent you from knowing the true power of words, making it easier for corporations to control your mind using words and magic spells. Their magic spells cannot control 100% of your mind, but they do affect your mind more than you realize. Magic spells work similar to subliminal messages, which are hypnotic suggestions that can be used to manipulate your subconscious to a large degree. Subliminal messages are a form of magic spells. Look at the music today. Look at the whole rap game right now. The whole music rap industry is toe off. You got chicks selling box for lyrics. They ain't got no talent. Only thing they do is take their clothes off and just start talking about crazy shit. Then you got dudes out here who ain't caught no bodies talking about killing people. It's programming. It's curses. See, they just throwing curse words out. They don't understand how magic really works. Words really work. They don't understand that. That spelling, when we learn words and we spell, we don't understand. It says when you combine the letters of the alphabet into words and speak the words aloud, you are not just uttering words. But are also casting your thoughts, emotions, intentions, and vibrations into Earth's magnetic field or magic field. This is what's happening, which is the energy field that manifests the reality of Earth. If you are not careful and say certain words together, You can cast a negative spell without even knowing it. Nah, I'm talking about critical thinking. This is what we're talking about. Low vibrations, saying stuff like this. All right? We talking about love and healing. That's why this is why they not promoting love and healing like that. This is why they promote black like that. Crayon colors like that. Because crayon colors like the color black. Let's just take it here. These ain't my words. Let's just take it to a new Oxford American Dictionary. Let's just take it right here. Just so you could just see what black mean. Just so you could see. In case you might just not be, you might never seen it in a dictionary before. Black, it's an adjective. So it's not a people. People are nouns. Crayon colors, this is black. This is a speaker. This is a phone case. These are inanimate objects. They're not alive. So ain't it crazy how people out here brainwashed to call themselves and identify themselves as inanimate objects that are not alive? Now let's go a little further. Black of the very darkest color, the opposite of white, colored like coal, due to the absence or complete absorption of light. So black is the absence of light. You see that? So let's just go a little further. This is why we talking about using critical thinking. Now, if you a believer, this gonna go right over your head, right? Look, but we know that the narrative has been to promote black. Just promote that narrative, even though it's a curse word. See this right here? See this? Look at this. Dark in color. See this? You see what it say? Nah, we go right here. Look, just look at this stuff in here. Look, I want to show y'all something. The negative connotations of the word black. Look at this. Just look at this. Just look. Yeah. But then you see the word blackamoor. Hold up. Blackamoor. Wait a minute. It says dated offensive. So it's an offensive term to be called a blackamoor. That's an offensive term. That's like somebody slandering you. It says offensive, a black African, a very dark-skinned person. See? Or origin early 16th century from black, which is an adjective, plus more. See, it's a compound word. Black plus more. See? Black is describing the more. It's not the more. It's just describing a dark complexion. See, it says a very dark-skinned person. So if you fit the description of a dark-skinned person, olive-skinned person, copper complexion person, bronze complexion person, mahogany complexion person, then you would be considered in the 16th century, you would be a blackamoor. Or you're a Moor. And a Moor in Italian is love.
Amore.
You hear that? This is the push that they have to do. They hire our own people to promote the black agenda, the black narrative. Keep promoting black. You know how ignorant you sound when you say that you're black? First of all, what you doing when you say that you black? Let me just show y'all word connotations and see if y'all catch this right here. Check it out. Look at this. Look how negative that word black is. It says black art. Another term for black magic. Do you see this? Black magic? What if somebody you ain't seen in a long time came up to you, you bumped into them and you asked them, hey, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? What you been on? And they tell you, you know what I'm saying? I'm Colin. I just been practicing black magic. Would you get their number? Would you keep up with them? Hell no. They told you they practicing black magic. You gonna catch their contact? No, sir. Look at this. That's just the beginning. Blackball. Reject. Someone, usually a candidate, applying to become a member of a private club. Typically by means of a secret ballot. Look at that. You've been blackballed. See that? Then you go right here. Look at this. Just look at what black is though. Just look at it. Yeah, you got some things like a black cherry. You see that? Like a black bird, a black bear. Yeah, we see that. But then when you start going down the word, look at this. Just look at this. Black consciousness. Awareness of one's identity as a black person. You know how crazy that is? This is why so-called black people can't unite. Because black means this. Black means death. Why do you think they called it Black Death? Because that's what black means. This is why so-called black people who identify as black, can never unify. This is why so much envy, jealousy, hatred, desire, greed, anger. This is the reason. Because again, if we go back and we look at word magic, this is the dilemma with our people. We don't realize how powerful words are. We don't realize that. We never been taught as a collective how powerful words are that come out our mouth. It's so difficult for a lot of people to see this because you can't see the words that come out your mouth. They're invisible. And this is why a lot of people can't really catch on to it. And it's difficult because they like, man, I can say whatever I want to say. Yeah, you can say what you want to say. But it's a flip side to saying what you want to say. There are consequences for saying curse words. See? There are consequences. Look, let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Black eye. Bruised, discolored area around the eye resulting from a blow. See, do you see what's going on? To blacken. Look at this. You see this? To a verb. Become or make black or dark. Did somebody make you dark? Did somebody make you black? No. You weren't this. You're not this. You can never be this. Look. You need another receipt. Okay. Let's go to this dictionary real quick. Let's go right here to Scott Forsman's Advanced Dictionary. Let's just go here real quick because this black shit got some people brain in a gorilla grip. Look, here you go right here. You just look at this definition of the word black. They'll try to make it mean like it's something black is beautiful. It means something special. You know what it means? It means without any light. It means dirty, grimy, dismal, gloomy, sullen, evil, and wicked. That's what it means. So by you saying that's your identity, you saying that these characteristics of this word black is you. See that? See, it's crazy because people don't be looking at words like they powerful. Words is everything. This is why they don't want you knowing who you are. As this.
Amore.
Amor. See? Yeah. What is the definition of more in French?
In French, you would say.
Plus.
See that? How do you say love in Spanish? See? See that?
In Spanish.
Amar.
See that?
Amar.
Watch this. How do you say more in Latin?
Here is your translation.
See that? I dare you would say, how do you say love in Latin?
Here is your translation.
See?
Amor.
You see that? All you gotta do is go right here to it. And then you pull it up yourself, do your own research, and it says what?
Amor.
Amor. See that? So we then went to Latin, Spanish, French, Italian. That's all them languages. All these languages. Latin is older than English. So when they say English, that ain't our language. Okay, we go to Latin then, which is really Moorish Latin. Or we go to French, or we go to Italian. You still see the same common denominator right there. You see amor, which means love. Nah, check it out. Now you talking about this right here. This how crazy love is, right? Hold up. Turn me up. This how crazy love is. Look. Let's go right here. Hold up. Let's go right here. Let's go right here. How crazy love is, right? Turn me up. Look at this. It say, love is the source of all creation. It is the consciousness that actually forms the created universes, dimensions, and worlds that we live within. As we look into the other worlds with our dualistic minds, we always see everything in threes. Everything in threes. Remember how I mentioned earlier? Everything comes in threes. First you an infant, then you an adolescent, then you're an adult. Just like water is gas, liquid, and solid. Just like your salvation, my salvation is belief, faith, and fruition. You see what's going on? Nah, you come right back here to love and healing, right? It say we see at times past, present, and future. We see space as the X, Y, and Z. And we see size in a microcosm, the everyday world, and the macrocosm, which we call this the trinity of the reality. So we talking about reality right now. We ain't talking about make-believe. See that? Everything in this trinity of the reality, from atomic particles to grand galaxies, is held together by forces that we have given different names, seeing these forces as separate and unrelated. See? We thinking that they not related. But check it out though. It says love is a particular vibration of consciousness that when it is between humans holds people to people in all our relationships. Without love, marriage is just a shell and will usually break apart. Sometimes a marriage will stay together only to save the children, but it is not still love that holds marriage together. Love for the children? We may have other reasons to continue a relationship without love, but it's never the same as true love. Watch this. Love is the bond that is stronger than any other. People will die for love. People are killed for love too. See? So let me ask y'all a question. If this word right here, this word right here, black, right? This word right here, black. Yeah, I just want to show y'all something. Are these people that be out here talking about black this and black that? Do these people, do they ever tell you that black is not black and white? They have nothing to do with African peoples. See, they never show no receipts though. That's why they never gonna tell you. They never gonna tell you. 19 Keys and Umar Johnson and any of these so-called black Riz Islam and these so-called black organizations. This is what they never gonna tell y'all. This is why we got to get it out the mud ourselves. We got to start looking up stuff ourselves. Islam. We got to start looking up things ourselves. Forget about looking at all these podcasters and these people that got these people that got here, these NAACP and BET. Look, it say black and colored, on the other hand, have no historic meaning whatever for African peoples. What? Black from Anglo-Saxon, Blake, has most horrible meanings. Do you catch that? Black has horrible meanings. We just went through that. Evil, wicked, jealous, greedy. This is why so-called black people this is why our people who identify as so-called black people can never get along. It's never going to be no unity with somebody that identifies as a black person because they're under the spell. They're under the spell of horrible meanings. Look, it says, see any large dictionary. Colored is related to the Latin clare, which means to conceal, to color up, to paint a thing or other than its true light. Thus, the tendency to decry Negro on the ground that it means slavery and sheer ignorance. You see that? So whether you call yourself a black person, in the Spanish language, negro is black. Look, how would you think? How would you feel? Because people love talking about how they feel. How would you feel if tomorrow you went outside and the only thing on a job application or the only thing people was identifying you as is a Negro? How would that make you? Would that trigger you? Would you get triggered if somebody just stopped calling you a Negro? You thinking like, nigga, this ain't the 1960s. This ain't that, right? Watch this though. Let me show you how mind manipulation been working on our people for the longest. Watch this though. Watch. What does black mean in Spanish? Look. Just look at it. So it's
In Spanish, you would say
Negra.
in its feminine form and
Negro.
in its masculine form.
This is how crazy it is. Let me show you how crazy it is. You think that when you say that you're black, you think you're saying something beautiful. I just read you the definition. When you say that you're a black person, you're really saying that you're a Negro. So you're time traveling back to the 1950s and 60s when they was calling you Negroes and they was calling the women negras. You see that? How crazy is that? You think you saying something loud and proud, and you think you saying something that's just empowerment, like a power movement. No, sir. Anytime you out here misidentifying yourself as black, you calling yourself
Negro.
a Negro. Every time that come out your mouth and you be like, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. You calling yourself
Negro.
Negro. Ain't it crazy? This is why people got to start going back to these. You got to start going back to a dictionary. You got to stop listening to these people sending you off telling you a black person, you a color person. Because whole time when you say that you're a black person in the Spanish language, you're saying that you are a
Negro.
Negro. How would you mind if somebody start calling you a Negro? Would you mind? Would you get mad? Would that trigger you? Would you get upset? They ain't call you
Black.
They just start calling you
Negro.
And on the job applications, they just start saying,
Negro.
there ain't no black on the job application no more. Guess what's on the job application?
Negro.
Would you get mad? Would that trigger you? Because whole time, that's what you calling yourself right now. You calling yourself a
Negro.
So why you getting mad? Why would you get mad? You think saying this is cool.
Black.
Yeah, you listen to these sellouts send you off and tell you you could call yourself whatever. It don't matter what you call yourself. Yeah, do you see Asian people calling themselves yellow? They tried to misidentify Asians as yellow. That didn't work too good though. They cut that off. They started dealing with nationality. Do you see people from Palestine saying that they're brown people? No, sir. They don't talk like that. They don't talk like that. This is why the push to keep your Moorish identity has been buried, locked away. But guess what, though? Through the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the keys have been revealed. The keys are out here. The keys are out here. This is why the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, love instead of hate. Why did he say that? Because it's strong. It's real. Now watch this, though. This shit crazy. Watch this. You won't want nobody calling you a what?
Negro.
A Negro? You think you saying you
Black.
but you really saying that you a
Negro.
damn. Damn. You said, so the Black Panthers misidentified? Hell yeah, the Black Panthers misidentified. A panther is black. People cannot be black. Even a panther ain't even black. It's dark brown. It's the darkest brown. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? This is how the Panthers, this is how they end up getting, what you would say, taken down. Because they was not dealing with nationality. The RBGs, they don't deal with nationality. Nation of Islam, they don't deal with nationality. This is why they all get taken down. Because they're not nations. They're not dealing with man, woman, and child. They're not dealing with natural law. That's why they always get took down. This is why. And the Moorish Science Temple of America, you got infiltrators in there too. What you think? They exempt? Check it out. So it says, all energy is consciousness, no matter what the name of it is. Whether it is called electricity, magnetism, electromagnetic fields, heat, kinetics, atomic forces, gravity, and so on. And from this belief, we can see that according to E equals MC squared, energy is related to matter and to the speed of light squared a number. Therefore, matter is also consciousness, only crystallized. You see this? From this view of the world, everything is consciousness. Everything is alive. And consciousness is the light that reflects off the matter of the outer world and creates the entire outer world, breath by breath. So again, what we think, what we say creates the outer world. This is the information that they tried to hold back from us. This the age of Aquarius right now. That shit over with. It's over with for that now. Got to start investing into critical thinking. You got to start investing into yourself. That's known as our self-law and master. Peace be upon the Prophet Noble Drew Alito for bringing back the teachings of Islam, the science. We ain't talking about religion right now. We talking about science. We talking about intergalactic scientific law and manifestation. This is what we dealing with. We're not dealing with how you feel, how I feel. We ain't dealing with what you believe or what I believe. We ain't talking about, or this school of thought. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about, can you prove what you talking about right now in real time? This is what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Look, it says the inner world of consciousness, the dreams, visions, feelings, emotions, sexual energy, kundalini, and even our interpretations of the outer reality are all the source of matter and how this matter is arranged. E equals MC squared. And love, check it out. Love is the binding agent within this equation. What's the first principle? What's the first principle of more science? Love. What's the first principle? Hold up. What's the first principle? What's the first principle if we talking about this right here? If we talking about the BDs, then what's the first principle? What's the first principle King David and Shorty Freeman brought? They brought love. Love of the nation is greater than mere love alone. See that? Because we have a brotherhood in which love is as deep as the deep blue sea. So if you BD out there, then your first principle is love. If you GD out there, your first principle is love. Don't forget, BDs and the GDs run under the 6. They both run under the 6. However you want to slice it, they both running under the 6. See? You see how they both running under the 6? And the 6 is in Islam, our self-law and master. Crazy, right? Crazy work. Crazy work. Then if you talking about the GDs, you talking about the same science. Larry Hoover. See that? Then if you talking about the Black Peace Stone Nation, you talking about this right here. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You talking about black stones, you talking about this right here. Right here. That's the pyramid. See how everything is lined up according to law and order? This is what they want to chain up and keep behind bars. They don't want us to get this information. They want us out here killing each other. They want us out here being greedy towards each other, hating each other, angry towards each other, cursing each other out. Don't care if one of us live or die. They want to keep us in that low vibrational energy, frequency, and vibration. That shit over with now. Because the more and more we out here waking up, we waking up to what's really going on. See that? So we go right back over here and we see this. It says, this is why Noble Drew Ali said, love instead of hate. Watch this right here. From the book, The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life, Volume 2. Watch this right here. Hold up. Turn me up. Turn me up, man. Let's go on here and kick it off. Let's go on here and kick it off. Where you at? There you go. Oh yeah, there you go. Hold up. There you go. Where you at? Okay. Let's go. What do you say right here? He say, love is the exact vibration that matter responds to. Oh. What? What? Love is the exact vibration that matter responds to. Huh? We have a great power to create. We have forgotten, but now it is the time to remember. Watch this though. It say, this is why the living Merkaba needs love to become alive. Without love, the Merkaba is lifeless and will soon die. The female aspect must be present in love to balance the male, or life will not be. Now you see why they want the man and the woman to keep fighting each other? See? You know, let me ask y'all a question. Do you know how many TV shows? Do you know how many sitcoms? Do you know how many movies are made off making our people hate each other? Everybody buy a ticket to watch us destroy each other, throw drinks on each other, curse at each other, backdoor each other. Do you know how many movies? Just think about how many movies you might have seen where it was always a man and a woman fighting against each other, trying to kill each other, verbally kill each other or physically kill each other, tear each other down. Black is a dark magical spell that was placed on our people in the 1500s, then the 1600s. It means death. It means dark, evil, wicked. This is why so-called black people never have anything that lasts that's unified. Because the very word that you identify as is the total opposite of love. It has everything to do with death. Again, you don't see nothing like when they yell out something like black love. How you gonna have love if it's dead? Just let that one sink in. Let that one sink in. How can you have love if it's coming from a dead place? It's coming from a corpse. How can you get love from something that's dead? So when you say black love, you're really saying dead love. And how can the dead bring you love? So when you say Black Lives Matter, you're really saying dead lives matter. Matter of fact, anytime you hear the word black, just think of death. Just think of death. So when they say black beauty, dead beauty. When they say black economics, dead economics. When they say black love, it's dead love. The love is dead. This is why our people have to come back into critical thinking. We have to come back into loving ourselves as Moors. The word Moor means love. What's missing out here on the planet right now? Real love. What's out here? What's out here though? Black this, black that, and it's always, you turn on one of these shows, it's drama, death, confusion, anger, backdooring people, hatred. This is what you see when you look at, and you know what's the real sinister part of this? You know what's the real twisted part of this? It's voluntary. Nobody is making our people misidentify as death. But the consequence for the misidentification is death. The universe is just, it's an open book. Whatever you put out there in the universe, whatever we think, whatever we say, it actually creates the world that we live in. It's called the law of attraction. So whatever you put out there, whatever thoughts that you think, whatever words that you put out there in the universe, it's a choice. It's voluntary, but it's karma. It's going to come back. Whatever we put out, it comes back. But if you putting out death, that's what you're going to receive. That's like how many rappers be talking about death, murder, and all this, right? Then next thing you know, that person, whatever they kept talking about death and murder and murder and murder, it came back to them full circle. Because the power of words is real. The power of energy, frequency, and vibration is real. It's a real thing. It's not something make believe or nothing like that. It's real. Whatever you think and you put out, it come back. So check this out. Check this out right here. Let me show y'all this. It says this right here. Hold up. Turn me up. Let's go right here. It say, it is love that can change water into wine. It is love that can bring a person back from the dead. It is love that can heal yourself and others. It is love and love alone that will heal this world. So to speak of healing without speaking of love is not speaking with truth. In medicine, only certain things are possible. But with love, all things are possible. With love, the incurable disease is nothing but light. And the atoms of the body can be reformed into perfect health. The absence of love is the source of all disease. For it is love that binds matter into order out of chaos. And without love, chaos will always ensue. One of the main reasons why they don't encourage us to go back into this. It is right here. Exactly. He had an album called Life After Death. Let me show you this stuff. You ever watched Different Strokes? You ever watch Different Strokes?
We went with
Remember Arnold and Willis?
a long time having kids.
You ever watch Different Strokes? Arnold and Willis? Look at this.
Water changes are
Let me show you this.
to keep the water clean and oxygen.
Look at this. You know what kind of fish this is? They used to have a fish on that show.
With their elegant and distinctive appearance.
Hold up. This is how nature shows you what's really going on. Nature will show you. All you gotta do is look at nature. Do you know there's a fish called a Blackmore goldfish? Yo, there is a goldfish called a Blackmore goldfish. Wow. A goldfish? Yes. If you watch Different Strokes, they had a Blackmore goldfish. He was called Abraham. Abraham is 3 words. Abraham is 3 words. Abraham is not just one thing. Abraham is a 3-part word. Abraham. Look at it. Yeah. Hold on. Let him talk to you though. Hold up.
Have long captured the hearts of aquarium enthusiasts worldwide.
Hold up. Talk to him.
Blackmore goldfish, with their elegant and distinctive appearance, have long captured the hearts of aquarium enthusiasts worldwide. Their velvety black coloration and captivating telescope eyes make them a popular choice among fish keepers. In this comprehensive guide, we will delve into all the care information of Blackmore goldfish. We will discuss their origin, habitat, behavior, ideal aquarium setup, size, lifespan, diet, compatible tank mates, breeding, common issues.
Do you see what's going on, man? Do you see what's going on, man? This is what's going on. If you look at nature, you will see what it is. These fish are called Blackmore goldfish. You see that? These are world-renowned goldfish. World-renowned. See that? World-renowned? They called Blackmores. Hold up. This so you need to see it again. Hold up.
Blackmore
just so you need to see in your face. Just so you can see it in your face and burn it in your brain. The Moors ain't going nowhere. The Moors ain't never went nowhere. We just forgot who we was. And we got sellouts who look like us that'll tell you that you're a black person to your face. Even though the word black, those are European words. According to literature by J.A. Rogers. J.A. Rogers was telling us he's a world-renowned author. This is why they don't never bring up J.A. Rogers in conversations. He was telling us in 100 Amazing Facts about the so-called Negro. He was telling us that black and colored, on the other hand, have no historic meaning whatever for African people. So if you saying that you dealing with Africans, so-called Africans never called themselves black or colored people. They never called themselves that. So what is Dr. Umar Johnson, what is he talking about? What is 19 Keys talking about when they tell y'all that you're black and your cosmic blackness? What are they talking about? They lying to you is what they doing. Fam, when people really start finding out who been out here lying this entire time, I'm gonna see. It's gonna be real fascinating to see if these people been lying this whole time. What you gonna say to them when they tell you they been lying? What you gonna say to them? It says, for instance, Negro newspaper took a poll of its readers some years ago, and they chose colored. You see this? Colored. Do you see this? Colored and black are not African words. These are European words, Anglo-Saxon, and they have most horrible meanings. So why would you still choose to identify with something that has horrible meanings? It means death, dead. That's what you want. That's how you look at yourself? You look at your babies like that? So you look at your babies like that as dead? Damn. It's about time to start reconsidering what we identify, because there's no such thing as black love. Look at the relationships between people who identify as black. Just look at their relationships. They hate on each other. They talk about, what can you give me? Are you going to take care of me? Do y'all hear the narratives that's out here? Y'all know what's going on? It says, just substitute any of the true common meaning of the adjective black as in death, lifeless, or dead. Then place it in front of any subject generally used in association with so-called black people. And what do you find? Surprised at the game that has been played on them every day since 1652. Now let's apply the word black to its everyday assumable uses in the only country on earth that makes these people with quote unquote black minds. Remember, true etymology of the word black has always meant dead. Damn. So this is no, put it in context, Kush. In context, everything about the word black, according to true etymology, means dead. You can't wiggle your way out of that. You can't say, oh, I use it interchangeably with African. Oh, I use black interchangeably with gods. I don't want to hear none of that, because according to true etymology, the origin of all words, you calling yourself dead. You calling your children dead. You calling your love dead. You calling your relationships dead. And then you wonder why they looking like this outside. Angry as hell, selfish as hell, hating like anything. It's just hating on whatever. Backdoor you, greedy as hell. And then look at what the word association is with that word. It's dead. What you talking about? So you say man, woman, history, communities, organizations, teachers, dead. Damn. Look at that. Schools, race, movies, life, business, justice, dead. Ideas, heroes, criminals, books, language, crimes, black, dead. Clothes, thoughts, caucus, leaders, theaters, things, dead. Churches, Muslims, alliance, love, policemen, employment. Somebody says black employment, black alliance, black churches, black love. They all mean the same thing according to etymology. They all mean dead. There's no way around it. This is why all of the so-called black churches was receiving donations from the politicians. Huh? What about that? What about the alliance of Black Lives Matter? I just seen a video of some little girl that got 86th unalived. I ain't heard an eyebrow. I ain't seen an eyebrow raise up. I ain't seen nobody raise up. Where's BLM at? BLM is a dead organization because they black. You see that? So how can you ever get love from something that means dead? Just think about it. Black news, black children, black family, black flag, black doctors, black universities, dead. Black place, black athletes, black power, black bands, black lawyers, black consciousness, dead. Black politicians, black God, black religions, black people, power, black pride, HBCUs, dead. This is why our people have to let go of this black spell. It's wicked. It's evil, G. True history bears witness to the idea of Negro, colored, and black people was never an African philosophy. But they'll tell you that Africans, they use black interchangeably and they use Negro. Get the hell out of here, man. But when y'all gonna start calling these people out, though? Because if you look at Spelman University, you look at this university of Morehouse and these universities, all you gotta do is look at the founders of these schools. Rockefeller was the one founding the HB. Do y'all know Rockefeller was the one that was putting the bread up, founding the so-called HBCU schools? Look, let's go right here. Let's go right here. Look, let's just go right here. Let's do it in real time. How many HBCUs did Rockefeller fund? Oh, they playing around. Come on now. How many HBCUs did Rockefeller fund? Nah, why y'all? Now you want to start tweaking. Now you want to see that? How many HBCUs did Rockefeller fund? Nah, I don't want to work. Shit crazy. Yeah. This shit crazy. Nah, I don't want to work now. Hold up. Let's do it by hand. Fuck it. Let's do it by hand. HBCUs. How many HBCUs did Rockefeller have? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hold up. Oh, wow. How many HBCUs did Rockefeller fund or have? Pope to George Howard, United Negro College Fund, Inc., Rockefeller Foundation records SG 1.2, Series 200, Rockefeller Archives Center. What? It comprises 37. It said at the time it had 33 member institutions. Ain't that all of them? Huh? The UNCF is a consortium of historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. At the time, it had 33 member institutions. In 2019, it comprises 37. They just going up. They just going up. So all of these so-called black universities, they all funded by Rockefeller. You already know how he was coming. You know how he was coming. You think they really getting You think they're really getting erudition in that school? The so-called black colleges, those are places for them to be further indoctrinated in black history, which is dead history. Crazy. You go down a rabbit hole. We got receipts. We got receipts. Damn. Look at all the receipts. Look at all of them. 1867, 9 historically black colleges and universities were founded and established by Barber, Scotia. Look at that. Look at that. Morehouse, Alabama State, St. Augustine, Talladega College, Morgan State, Howard University, Fayetteville State, Johnson C. Smith University. So you thought you was going to a school that was founded by our people. No, sir. John D. Rockefeller is the one. Oh, yeah. Don't forget about Spelman. Who funded Spelman University? Who funded Spelman University? Nah, see, they tweaking. You tweaking. Move the fuck around. You tweaking. Let's see. Who funded Spelman College? Yeah, it says that. It says that anybody out here saying that they're African American is under the slave codes, aka the black codes. And then how you got two people on here with the same face with two different names? How you gonna have two people with the same faces with two different names? Man, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, G. Is Spelman College named after Rockefeller's wife? Okay. Even among institutions sustained by the Rockefeller philanthropies and families, Spelman College has held special place, established the Atlanta Baptist Female Seminary. It was incorporated in 1888 as Spelman College in honor of Laura Spelman Rockefeller, wife of John D. Rockefeller. What are you talking about? You think them people care about our people? Pfft. Is you crazy? You think them people care about our people? Those are indoctrination places. There it is right there. You want a big receipt. Laura Spelman, wife of John D. Rockefeller Sr. What are you talking about? I went to a black college. Look at this. What is the origin of the word black?
According to Wikipedia, the word black comes from Old English blets, from Proto-Germanic blackas, from Proto-Indo-European bh leg, from base bell, related to Old Saxon black, Old High German block, Old Norse blacker, Dutch blaken, and Swedish black.
See that? Now you say this right here. Where does the word black originate? Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Did black originally mean pale? Because this is a tough one with our people. This is a hard one with our people. Did black originally mean pale? To the online Old English translator, there were two words. The adjective Blake, B-L-A-E-C, which meant black, and the adjective Blake, B-L-A-C, which meant pale, shining white. You need something else? What else you need? What else you need? The English were left holding black, which could mean either pale or dark, but slowly settled on one usage. See that? Slowly it settled on one usage. All you gotta do is start Googling. If you might be like, man, I ain't got them books, man. You don't need to have all these books. You need to have all that. You just gotta know what to look for. You just gotta know what to look for. So you out here calling yourself black. Guess what? You've been calling yourself a pale man or a pale woman this entire time. Pale power. Pale power. That's what you've been yelling out. That's what you've been yelling out, pale power. And the only pale things that's on this planet are things that have no life. Corpses. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy how these people been out here using word magic on our people? And the sellouts within our own people been saying that we've been black people. Okay, somebody put up a question. You said, this is why Jesus is black? Okay. Okay, first off, his name wasn't Jesus. His name was Yehoshua. His name was Yehoshua. That's like somebody calling somebody out their name but want them. Ain't it crazy how somebody could call somebody another name and then for centuries they've been going with that same story? You think he would answer if you called him the wrong name? And then you say, Revelations, what do it say in Revelations? I mean, what do it say? It's crazy. Because it's like literally right in front of our people's faces. And they choose not to look at it. They just looking at whatever make them feel good. You feel me? Whatever make them feel good, this is what they gonna hold on to. Look. You go right here and you look at this. You look at this right here. Look at this. What this say right here? It's crazy how many people be out. I read my Bible. I'm a Christian. Yeah. Revelations chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool. The only people on the planet that got hair like wool are Moorish people. That's our people. As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. 1:15 says, and his feet like unto fine brass. Don't say fine blackness. It says brass. What color is brass? It's bronze. As if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Where do you see in any of these scriptures something about a black man or a black woman? Where do you see in any of these scriptures talking about, well, he was cosmically black? Where do you see in any of the scriptures in the Bible where you see a white people in the Bible? There is no black people in the Bible. There are no white people in the Bible. We've been lied to on every level. But what you gonna do about it though? You gonna start getting the knowledge? You gonna start identifying as you should as Moors, Asiatics, Muslims? Or you just gonna be out here going along to get along because you like, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. So I'm just going to keep saying black because everybody else saying black. I'm going to keep calling them pale-skinned Europeans white people, even though I know they ain't white people. I'm going to keep calling them snow bunnies, even though they not snow bunnies. They're not the color of snow. You see how these people swear they slick. Yeah, I'm going to call them snow bunnies. Europeans are not the color of snow. Goofball. Europeans, watch this. Europeans. European hybrids. You just tweaking tonight, huh? You tweaking tonight, huh? Let me just show you something. Let's just type it in here. Fuck it. They want to tweak. You want to tweak. Okay. You want to tweak. Okay. Let's just type in here European people. Just show y'all something in real time. How easy it is to destroy these people. These people out here talking about, yeah, they're snow bunnies. Snow bunnies. These people, look, these people are not the color of snow. What are you talking about? Do these people, do they look like the color of snow? Yeah. You say Siri don't understand Chicago? Nah, Siri over here tweaking, G. Siri over here tweaking. I don't know what Siri on. Peace and love to all the Muslims, though, the Moors, though. Look, they saying that, yeah, they're snow bunnies. Do they look like the color of snow? Goofball. They not the color of snow. Look, man. Come on, man. We got to just start using common sense. Let's just start using common sense. Let's just start using common sense. Yeah, this is the color of snow. See that? See this right here? This is the color of snow. There's nobody outside the color of snow. You gotta watch that. See? You gotta watch that. You say, does all of our blood originates from Africa? Africa is a code word. Africa, if you look in etymology, the word Africa just means terrain. It means world terrain. That's what Africa means. It means world terrain. All right? The terrain of the world. That's what Africa means. So, pale-skinned Europeans, if we look at them, hold up. If we look at them, then you say, well, these people are not snow bunnies. These people are not pale white. They're not white people. This is what it is. These people are not white people. So throw that narrative in the garbage can. Do they look like the color of snow? It is. See, we got to start calling out frauds. See, it's a whole lot of frauds out here. They keep this fraudulent narrative up like snow bunnies and white people. They keep these fraudulent conversations going. It's time to start calling these people out. Stop being quiet. Get bold. Get bold with the truth. Start calling these frauds out. Talking white people, the white racism and white supremacy. It's time to call these frauds out. Straight up. Call the frauds out. All right? They're not the color of snow. Stop calling them that. They're pale-skinned European hybrids. This is who they are. They're not the color of snow. It's over with for that. That narrative is dead now. It's over with. It's over with now. It's over with now. You know what I'm saying? So, if you choose to hold on to a dead narrative, hey, that's your God-given choice. You can hold on to it, even though the word black means dead in every science book. It means dead. It means death. That's what it means. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it means. So I'm finna show y'all. I hope y'all got something off this beam out. Run it back. Give me some feedback. Let me know what y'all thinking. You know what I'm saying? Do the knowledge on your own, though. Study, study, study. Don't just take what I'm talking about. Study on your own, though. Study on your own. All right? We finna run it up real quick with these books. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Let's go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Get these in your library. Get these in your life. Get these in your life. Get them flags up. It's our time, Moors. Yeah. Rise of the Moors, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me show y'all something real quick. When they be talking about they need to see some receipts, when they say they need to see some receipts, here's a receipt for you. Here's go to the Sacramento Daily Union, volume 98, number 83, November 12th, 1899. You talking about you want to see a receipt, right? It says the following names, in addition to those that have already appeared, are given subject to correction. Blackamoor, a Negro, in contradistinction to a tawny or tanny Moor. What's the year? 1899. What are you talking about? You need another receipt? It says the two divisions of Africa, north and south of Senegal, were known of old respectively as Mauritania, or the country of the Moors, and Negrita, the country of the blacks. But all Mohammedans, whether black or tanny, were formerly designated Moors. Bing fucking bang. The country of the Moors? Mauritania? These ain't my words. Jump in the time machine with me, though. Check out a receipt. Sacramento Daily Union. 1899. You still think you black? You still think you black? Hey, what was you called before they told you was black? It couldn't have been Indian because this ain't India. So what was you? What was you? What were you called? What were you known as before they told you was black or Negro? Because Negro is black. Let me say that again. Negro in Spanish is negro, and negro in Spanish is black. You get it now? Can you get the picture? So if somebody called you a Negro, if a European hybrid walked up to you tomorrow and called you and addressed you as a Negro, would you get mad? And if you got mad, why would you get mad? You call yourself black, so why would you get mad if a European called you a Negro? Why would you get mad? Would you get mad? Why? Why would you get mad for? Hold up. What does black mean in Spanish?
In Spanish, you would say
negra
in its feminine form and
negro
in its masculine form.
So why would you get mad if a European hybrid called you tomorrow, called you a Negro? On the job application, it don't say black no more. It say Negro, because Negro, negra, is in English is black. Think about it. Think about you actually calling yourself a 1960 derogatory term. You calling yourself a Negro. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Better come on home. Better come on home. Stop playing. You Better come on home, boys. Yeah. Haha. Each one teach one. Yes, sir. Better come on home. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Talk to him. So look, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one though. Our self-law and master. Each one teach one. Alright? Study, study, study. The future is in your hands. What you gonna do with it? Think about it. Slime horse.